Now we are moving to. Guess what?
I have no idea what's going on. This is scary now.
We are moving to love now. Okay. Relationship stuff.
Right,
So, in China, this is my experience, by the way.
Alright.
I think Chinese people
Okay.
take dating very seriously. Like Chinese people, like they date to get married type of vibe. Like it's like you know when they say until death do us apart. Chinese people mean that.
It's that or we're apart.
Yeah, exactly. Like Chinese people mean that. Like I think so. I think like in my experience, like here, living here in China, I've never seen like any other people who take like dating like seriously.
So
like,
seriously.
You better be serious type of vibe. Yeah, that's my experience though. You know, and cause also the reason I'm saying that also in China. Maybe can you answer this first one before I go to the second one?
Go on.
No, can you answer this one? Because this
Oh,
one
you
is
mean
bigger.
like
The dating
like
series.
dating
Yeah, is it
seriousness?
like what is that about? Like if
That's
people
not-
don't just say, "Oh, I actually
You'll
think
not
you're
just
cute,
say,
you're
yeah.
cute, I like you and stuff."
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
hook up and
It's
here
really-
it's like people like are serious about like
you're
relationships
serious.
and love.
You're either in a relationship or you're not.
Yeah, type of
So
vibe,
there's no. Oh, I think you're
Yeah,
cute.
it's just
Let's try
yeah,
it
yeah,
out.
hookups and
There's no that. There's no that in China. Not a lot. Not the majority.
okay. The younger generation seem to differ
younger
a little.
generation is changing.
Yeah, but mostly though they still
Like
that core, the
ones,
traditional.
the older ones.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of perspectives you can improve. There's like the historical perspective, but also I think there's like it's believed in a Chinese family, like a typical Chinese family, that it's your life goal is to we say in Chinese 成家立业. So like 成家 means get married, get a family. 立业 means like get a career.
Yeah, I know. I've
like-
failed in Chinese standard. I've failed. Give me 0. I know. My score is like my GPA is 1.1.
That's the thing, because in traditional Chinese, in like a typical Chinese family, or traditionally, it's believed that you have a successful life if you have a family and a successful career. When you have both of these, then you have a successful life. That's in Chinese.
Yeah,
like,
career-wise, I'm fine.
Older definition of Chinese, but like right now, I think the newer generation, they're just like, man, I'm not gonna marry you. So I think that's where the dating has to be serious part come from, because it's family pressure. So like at around 20 something, if people don't get married in China, they get like pressured. Their mom and dads are like, oh, you're gonna have to go on like dating
I know.
like dating meets and then like find a person to marry, because for that it's like a life goal. But like I feel like that's why they treat dating so serious.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad that you're saying that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Now, because this is the other thing. I was about to say, what's up with Chinese parents and influence on their kids' lives? Because it is like in my observation that Chinese parents is almost like control vibe. Like the reason I'm saying this, when before I moved here, I used to live in Yueqing. This is in Wenzhou, a small town. I had a friend, and my friend was like 27 years old or something, and I was like 28 at the time when I was so, and my friend was going to date that's his mom arranges. So he was going to date that his mom arranges. I couldn't believe it. And so they were mad at him, so they like chased him out of the house because he was sleeping with another guy, like some friend's place and stuff, because they were really mad actually. It was very serious, you know, that he doesn't take himself serious because his mom has arranged so many girls before, and he just doesn't like, you know,
he doesn't
like them and stuff like that, and he always gets up to
so like the parents is controlling.
Oh, I was losing my shit, as you can imagine. Like, you can imagine from my Western perspective, someone saying those type of things to me and
like
saying
shocking.
I was losing it. I'm like, dude, bro, ask your mom, dog. Yeah, what?
Bro, you gotta get mad now.
Like, no ways. Let's leave. Pack up. Like, ask them, bro. You know what? Let's go to Africa, bro. Like, trust me, nobody cares.
So you
know.
gotta leave this place.
Yeah, what is like? That's just I lost it. And then obviously I got to understand because they told me, no, bro, this here that happens and stuff, and you know but I'm like, bro, you're like 27, bro, like you're so old, bro, like, and adult. You don't even, I can understand when you're still 21 and 22, it's still arguable.
Yeah.
As much as you're old, but it's still arguable. But at 27, bro, what the
You're
fuck?
right. You're about to enter your 30s.
Yeah, bro, what? When is this gonna stop? Until you're a grandpa? Like, what the fudge? I don't understand that. Like, so what's gonna happen? So that's what, and he was like, he has to go meet out with the girl because, and we were playing soccer at the time, and his mom keeps like calling, saying that to him.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what can you say about that?
This rolls back to a lot. It's education and it's culture, and also just now I mentioned how Chinese people, like Asians in general, we see family as a really big thing. Family is a really big, like huge part in terms of, like, I don't know, in Western, I feel like in, like my personal feeling in like Western culture, it's not as much as, it's like a more equal share between family, friends, and like relationship. It's like a 1/3. But for Chinese, I feel like family, because we've always been told when growing up, we've always been told that your family is your strongest backup. If you fail out there, if you fall out there, you've always got family. So I feel like from that perspective, Asian people generally take family really seriously. So like if you say like Western, it's like 1/3 of the share.
Yeah.
Then for Asians, probably like half of the share. So like family takes a big part. And like traditionally, we've been taught that you gotta kind of like listen to your parents and all that.
Yeah.
And that is embedded in education. So you gotta listen to parents, you gotta listen to like older like teachers, and that continues on. And so for like an Asian person growing up in like a Chinese culture, it's like controlling, and you feel like it's fine. You don't feel like, for you as a Western, more of a Western culture, you probably feel like it's not. It doesn't work.
I think it's
because
crazy.
You gotta live on your own at some days, but
I think
but
it's
for
crazy.
Chinese, it's like you always.
We do get some pressure too in that sense, family and whatnot,
Yeah, but it's like.
Yeah, but not
ways.
like that. Not like.
I do feel like it's
Yes.
both ways though.
Okay, what way?
Because like for Western families, I feel like the parents would give you advice,
Yeah.
but they would not force you
Yeah.
to do
Yeah,
the advice.
exactly.
And for the
What?
kid, but then think back to it. But for the kid, they also have their own ideas, because when they were young growing up, the education already gave them a lot of space in being creative and doing what they like. But in Asian culture, or like in Asian education, it's more like, because the older ones has experience in living in this world, so they're giving you the advice, and you should take it because it's positive. It's good
true.
for you, and that
Knowledgeable elder.
it's kind of forced into the kid's life. So it's kind of both ways. The parent is forcing, but the kid also, because they've been receiving this since they were really young, so they don't feel like it's a problem, and they don't feel like it's like not normal or something to be mad of. They might feel stressed, they might feel annoyed, but they would never go like, all right, I'm leaving. It really happens. Unless this kid is like accepting Western education later on in life, and he accepts this value as his personal value, it's rare occasions that they would just flunk the table and say, I'm leaving, and then just cut family connection altogether.
Yeah.
Like it's not as possible.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
But
I always thought
never
that's
grew
crazy.
up in that though, because my
Yeah.
parents were pretty chill. They're just
Chill,
like,
yeah.
you do you. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah,
sure.
cool. Like, that's just so much pressure. I felt so bad for him. I was so mad actually. I was fuming. Like, bro, like let's leave your mom and dad right now, bro. Like the hell.
Cut that really.
Let's leave them, bro. Like what? I couldn't believe that. Like that's even a thing,
It's a big thing.
And he has seen so many girls. That's another thing that shocked me. I think that's why also his mom was mad, because, wow, I was also like, yo, bro, like, I mean,
But like-
if really though you want this thing for
It's-
us, why have you seen, like, you want to tell me out of all these girls you didn't find the one? The fudge, bro. What? You're 20 girls in and you don't have a girl yet? Like,
But like, if it's a family introduced, if it's like you said, the mom introduced this girl to him, it's probably like the mom kind of had like a background search of this
Yeah.
girl, like economics wise, they're
Yeah.
matching.
Yeah.
Like educational wise, they're matching.
Mm.
Personality, I'm not sure, but that they want to make sure at least the two education and like how much money you have.
Yeah, I've had that too. Very, very important. Okay, so this is another thing that happened, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like my students kind of get me on game with many things. So people here
Yeah.
don't have they do not have kids without getting married. You know, I told my students that I have 5 siblings, so we are 6, and we have like 3 different mothers. Oh my god, you could have seen the whole class. What? The whole class went crazy. They lost it. What? So what happened? So your dad married all 3 women? I'm like, no, my dad didn't marry all 3 women. So what happened? Like, what happened? I'm like, no, I have like bigger brothers, 2 bigger brothers and a sister, and one brother and a sister, they have their own mom, and then another brother has his own mom, and then me and my little brother and my little sister also, we have our own mom. There's like 3 of us, and
like,
then and then
close?
well, we all close. All 6 of us, we are close. We're good, great, right? So yeah, but we all, that's my dad, right? But my mom, we're like 3, and then my dad has like
Are
6
they
kids
close?
in who.
Like you're like your mom's and your mom.
Oh no, my mom passed away actually
I
long
know,
time ago.
like-
Like I was very young when she passed away,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
wouldn't really know as much in some of their relationship. But my mom was close to my siblings and like all of us.
So
Like,
all of the siblings,
yeah,
and even the
yeah.
moms, like the different moms, they're also.
yeah, they were cool. Yeah, it's just that 2 moms died early actually. Yeah, but my dad was married to my mother, and my mother died early too. So he was not married to the other women, but it's people that basically my dad had kids like in college early on, and then later on met someone else that he wanted to marry, then got married to them. You see, yeah, exactly. That's how my kids
Exactly.
feel like, you know.
I can
so it's
see.
like what?
I can see.
Yeah, you know. So it's not, but then you see, for an example, in like South Africa, it's not even like a shock or like it's like yeah, it's not special.
think
It's like it's a regular thing. It's like it's not even a thing in South Africa, you know.
Yeah.
And here it's like a big thing
It
that
is a big
people would
thing.
like having a kid and getting married. It's hand in hand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think also this is the reason also there's such because China, I saw it's in top 5 highest divorce rates in the world.